Okay, so we can start.
Yeah, I think we should start.
Okay. Hi, everybody. My name is Melanie, and this is Hanne.
Yeah, and my name is Hanne, and yeah,
we'll introduce ourselves as we go. If you want to ask questions at any point, you can turn off your microphone, or you can post in the group chat. Okay. Okay, you can go to the next slide.
Okay, so I'm moving on. Sorry, that was my mistake. Sorry.
So I just wanted to welcome you all to the webinar for the MA TESOL program at Tel Aviv University. My name is Melanie Gross. I'm the program coordinator. And basically I deal with all the administrative aspects of the program. So you would be in touch with me during your application process. And once you become accepted as a student, you'll be in touch with me for your course schedule and any other issues that arise throughout the degree.
And my name is Hanne Juel, and I am both the teacher trainer and pedagogical coordinator. So I'll speak about it later, that I'm in charge of the schools, of you going out to schools and finding schools for you. And here I'm also as a representative of the staff, the teaching staff. Danny, did you want to say something? Okay. Okay.
No. Okay. I don't see Samuel here yet, but Samuel will be joining us. He is an alum from the United States, and he just completed his thesis. So his thesis here, so he can tell you about that when he joins.
Before we move on, the pictures that you see are pictures from field trips that we had. The one right here is from a school that we all went to in one of the courses. Okay, I'm moving on.
Yeah. So just to talk about Tel Aviv University in general, Tel Aviv University is ranked in the top 100 research institutions globally, and we are currently ranked 20 in terms of scientific citations. We have 8 top schools producing VC-backed founders, and we represent over 100 countries. Students from over 100 countries attend our institution, and 2,000 plus international students are currently taking courses in our international school. Oh, Samuel's joining us right now. 1 second. Samuel, can you hear me?
He's not with his audio yet.
Oh, he's connecting. Okay.
Yeah.
Hi, Samuel.
Hi, Samuel.
Oh, hello.
Hi, nice to see you.
You too.
And we're located in the heart of Tel Aviv. It's a cultural center of Israel, and I'll discuss further on about the different activities that we involve our students in. Can you go to the next slide?
Yep.
Okay. So our student life team is there for you 24/7 from the moment you arrive on campus to the moment you leave. They provide orientation, they provide assistance in housing, in medical care and medical issues and insurance issues. And they also provide opportunities for social and cultural activities. This year they organized trips, overnight trips to the South, to the Dead Sea, to different museums. And during the COVID-19 crisis, we have students who are currently still in the country and who are staying in our dorms. And the student life team has been instrumental in providing them with food during their isolation, providing them with emotional support, and providing counseling when they need it. We have madrichim who are assigned specifically to the graduate school, and they are very much looking forward to meeting you and guiding you in the social aspects of the program. You can, yeah. So I just want to talk now, get focused on the our MA program in teaching English to speakers of other languages. So with our program, it's a 1-year program, 3 semesters. So you get your MA in TESOL in 1 year with a diploma from Tel Aviv University. We have a summer semester, which is a condensed semester. We have 3 courses. Then we have, and that's in September. Then we have a fall semester, which goes from the middle of October through the middle of January, and the spring semester, which goes from the beginning of March to the middle of June. We also offer an optional thesis track. We also offer an optional thesis track. So when you apply to the program and you're accepted, you're automatically accepted into our non-thesis track. After your fall semester, when you receive your grades, if they're above 90, you can apply to the thesis track for the following year. And in that year, you will complete your thesis, you'll give in your proposal, you'll speak with your advisor, and we can talk about the thesis track more. I think, Samuel, you can discuss that in more detail as you just completed your thesis year. In terms of credits, our non-thesis track is 38 credits with 3 seminar papers and 1 final non-thesis track assignment, which is basically an overview. It basically covers a lot of different topics that you've learned throughout all of your courses. If you do end up doing the thesis track, then it's only 32 credits and 2 seminar papers. And then you would have your thesis on top of that, and you wouldn't be required to do the non-thesis track final test. I think.
Can I ask something or questions? Sure. Like for, okay. You mean, okay, hello, I'm Yara. Okay, you mean by thesis track is like opening for us after the MA, the PhD?
Yes. Yes, exactly. If you want to continue to PhD, you would be required to have a thesis.
Okay, thank you.
Mm-hmm. Practical teach. So in terms of one of the highlights of our program, I think one of the main highlights is that we incorporate practical teaching in the Israeli school system into our program. So you're not only taking courses, but you're implementing what you learn in those courses weekly, and you are taking what you learn in your practicum in your teaching in the Israeli school system, and you're bringing it back to your courses.
And I will go into that more later on. So questions, keep them till then, okay?
Yeah. Sorry. Okay.
You want to say anything else, Melanie? Sorry.
No, is there? I think there's another slide.
Yeah, there is.
Okay. Our courses are they also integrate theory and practice. Like I said, you integrate the practicum into the courses, but every course also offers theoretical background and practical components. We are open to students who do not have a background in English language teaching, but we also have students who already have their teaching certificates and teacher licenses. So we have people from all different backgrounds, but they very much complement each other. We offer a small program size, which I think is really nice, between 15 to 20 students each year. You get personal attention, you get supportive staff. The staff is able to, and the instructors are very much able to help you focus on the specific interests that you have in your various courses, and they can focus, and you can therefore focus your research in those areas. And it's a really excellent atmosphere, very supportive students as well. And you'll meet students from all different backgrounds. In our program, we have students from Asia, from North America, from Europe, from Latin America, from Australia, from within Israel, and varying different backgrounds and degrees and different education. We have people who have studied cinema for undergrad and then decide to go on to be TESOL educators. So you'll very much be, your courses are very much impacted and enhanced by that. And we also offer a joint research forum with the MA students in the parallel Israeli program. So the Israeli program is taught in Hebrew, but 3 Thursdays in each semester, we have what's called the research forum. And those are guest lecturers from all around the world who give a lecture in English about their research and the different hot topics that they're discovering in the world of multilingual education. And that's all I'm going to say about the highlights. We're going to get back to me afterwards. We're going to have, general Q&A session. So I'll turn it over to Hanne.
Thank you. Okay, so you've practically already spoken about this. Yeah. This is mine, I'm not sure. But now you have it in a visual form in front of you, that the non-thesis track is 38 credit hours with 3 seminar papers and a final task. The final task is graded by two different lecturers in the program. If you're going on a thesis track, you can take less courses and you have only 2 seminar papers, but you do have the thesis. And we'll hear from Samuel in a bit what that entails, I guess. Lecturers, all of the lecturers are both researchers and practitioners in the field, some more in one thing than the other. And if you look at the courses we've tried, Melanie and I tried to work on it right now also, they fall into 2 categories. We have courses that are very theory-based, and then we have courses that are more into the methodology of teaching English. So the courses that are the theoretical courses, the research methods, second language acquisition and bilingualism, linguistic models, linguistic landscape, language policy, multilingual education, and the research forum that Melanie just mentioned, and immigration and minorities. Now, the fact they're theoretical courses, but they're all connected to the field. Some of them you go on field trips also and study. It's not just studying on campus and reading texts. It is also, but not only. It's very connected to the field. The methodology part, we have grammar and lexis, curriculum design and development, material development, the Israeli educational context, which is the base for you going out into the school, so you get some information about what the school system here is like, methods of language teaching, teaching EFL to learners with learning disabilities and ADHD. Also, that course is very connected to the field. Technology and language learning, which has been a big one this semester, and you can only imagine. Language testing and assessment. So these are all the courses that are given throughout the 3 semesters. They're spread out. And in addition, the course that wasn't mentioned before, because we have a practicum component, and we have 1 credit hour for the, it's actually 2 because it's 1 each. Okay, here it says it's 1 credit in the fall and 1 credit in the spring, but it is a year course. We call it a bridging course. It's where we work on the practical side of teaching. We ask the questions that we have in the classroom. We work on classroom management. We have hands-on workshop on materials. And it follows very, very closely the practicum. When you start with us, I will send out a questionnaire to all. Sorry, there's a new student. One more. So when you've signed up, there's an echo now. Why is there an echo? When you have signed up, then I will send you a questionnaire to find out where you would like to teach. If you would like to teach in elementary, junior high, high school, secondary education, or adult education. That being said, I will also ask if you already have a job, because if you have a job in Israel and you're already working in a school, then that will serve as your practicum, and I will come and see you there. We will work on making the practical teaching of you out there in the field as an integrated into the coursework that you will have throughout the whole program. I think that's about it for me, isn't it? Then it's, and now we're on to Samuel.
1 second, before we introduce Samuel, I just wanted to get to meet some of you who have joined us. If you can tell us how many, you can unmute yourselves.
Shall I go back to the practicum, or?
No, you can stay here, just to people, for everyone to unmute themselves and tell us how many, if you're from, where you're from in the world, if you're currently in Israel or if you're somewhere else. Anybody?
You might not know, but you have to scroll your mouse down to the bottom of the frame that you have. And there you will have a camera and a microphone so that you can put your microphone on. It would be nice to hear a little bit about you if you want to share.
Okay.
Okay, we're leaving it. It's
no,
optional.
David's unmuting them, I think.
Yeah. Okay, so I'll move. So now, yeah, Samuel, here we go.
Yeah.
Yes. Hi. So what would you like me to say?
Maybe speak about what was the process of writing a thesis. How did you? I mean, it was an extra year, right? You worked one more year on it, but what did that? How did you do that? What did it entail for you?
Yes, of course. I'm just realizing how many participants actually are part of this group. It's more than just a couple of people, but that's great. Sure. Well, yes. Hi, everyone. I'm Samuel, and I just finished all of my coursework and my thesis through this program. And I did the thesis at the end, which is not required to finish, but I chose to do it because I wanted to go on and do a PhD. I'm going to be starting my PhD at University of Maryland in the fall. And it does add another full year onto it, but it was completely worth it for me. Something I really love about the program, whether you do the thesis or not, is that each of the instructors and each of the professors really encourage you to pursue what you find interesting and to really delve deeper into what you like, and apply your interests to the courses, because there's a teaching philosophy that when you're really when you like what you're studying, when you like what you're learning and you can connect with it in that way, you're going to learn it better. And the teachers and the professors implement that in their teaching. So I found that to be a great part of the philosophy, the collective philosophy of the program. And there's just so much else to say, but I hope that that answers your question.
Can you tell us a bit about living in Tel Aviv, how it was like for you?
Yeah, so this was my first time living in Israel. I had been to Israel before to visit, but this was my first time living there. Now, for most of the time, I was living in the dorms, just next to the campus. And then I came back for the first couple of months when I was working on my thesis. So in the fall semester, I was back in Israel and I was living in the same neighborhood as the university, but no longer in the dorms. And then for the spring semester, I came back to the United States and finished up the thesis here. And it was great. It's really what you make of it. I mean, this is, not, I don't know, it's kind of a step up from college in a sense that you have more freedom to do what you like. And if you want to go out and experience Israel in other ways besides the program, you have the freedom to do that. And it's just really what you make of it, but it was a lot of fun. And I love that the program incorporates Israel into the track of study. And that was the whole point of coming to Israel to do this. Going on the different school outings, the field trips, that was one of the most valuable parts. Going to different schools around the country, you get to see such a diversity that I never knew existed in such a small country. Going to schools and different cultural activities, meeting these different people. I don't know. It was a great eclectic mix of different experiences. So if you haven't been to Israel before, or you've only experienced Israel in one perhaps way, this program will open your mind a lot to what it's actually like, and give you the full picture.
Great. Thank you, Ariel.
Thank you. Shall I move on, Melanie?
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, Samuel.
Thank you.
Well, thank you. And I would love to stick around if anyone has questions at the end.
Please do.
Perfect.
Please do.
Yeah. In terms of career opportunities after graduation, our alumni are in many different fields. Many are teachers in schools, in higher education, or in other private and public educational contexts. We have alumni who are English language coaches and offer professional training and consultancy in the business sector. And many of our students, like Samuel, have gone on to do PhD programs in universities throughout the world. And many are also administrators, educational administrators in schools, and they do educational development and curriculum development.
Yeah.
And also, just to let you know, if your background is not in teaching English or not in education, and you're interested, you can also incorporate this into other degrees. For example, we have former students who were speech language therapists, and they incorporated TESOL, the TESOL learning that they did here, into their practices. All right, so now we're gonna open the floor. These are the general FAQs. I'm gonna turn off your videos. I'm gonna turn on your videos so that if you have questions, I can just see it. And then you can unmute yourself and ask away. 1 minute. Participants. Hanne, do you know how to?
Yeah, just a second.
Okay, thanks.
First of all, you can now unmute yourself so that we can hear you.
Oh, hi, Gada.
Yeah, we will have to, people will leave on the cameras on their own. I think that's also good.
Okay.
But when you do ask a question, then it's good to have your camera on. So,
Okay.
Hi, do you want to say anything? Did you want to ask?
Okay, is anyone speaking? Okay, I'm just gonna go through the FAQs and stop me along the way if you have any questions, okay? What are the application requirements? Application requirements, you need to have an undergraduate GPA of more than 3.0 or 80 from an accredited institution. We need your CV. We need your transcripts as well and your diploma. We need original transcripts, although in the beginning of your process, you can apply with the not original ones, and before you come, you need to give us the original. You're also required to have, to upload your CV. We need a copy of your passport. We need a photo, like a headshot, the application form, and 2 letters of recommendation. We would greatly stress that we would like them to be academic references, but if you can only get 1 academic reference, then we'll accept one from a professional source. We need a medical statement, your application fee of $150. We can't go over your application materials without paying the application fee, and proof of English language proficiency. If you attended an undergraduate degree that was taught in English, or you already have your certificate of teaching English, then you are exempt from the English requirement. If you don't, then you can take the TOEFL or the IELTS or exam. And we know that because of the current COVID situation, it's not as easy to take these exams. Some places are not offering them. So you can also take the Duolingo exam online. In the Duolingo exam, you need higher than 105 total score. So that's the application requirements. Application deadline. So we extended our application deadline to July 31st. So please try to get your applications in by then. Again, there could be some exceptions, but we really need them in by July 31st. In terms of visas and the Aliyah process, so if you're an Israeli citizen, you have no problem with staying here, learning here. If you are from outside of the country, you would get a student visa. And once you get your acceptance letter, usually that is enough to provide your relevant embassy in your country to obtain the student visa. Maybe Samuel can talk about that if anybody has questions specifically about that after. If you're planning on making Aliyah and becoming a citizen, then you can use certain education benefits towards your degree. And we'll talk about the costs in a minute and how that plays in. In terms of costs and funding, so our program is $15,250 US dollars. Again, we do this program in one full year, and because it's taught in English in an international setting and framework, that's why it's that price. Tuition does not include housing, but it includes health insurance, and it includes all courses in our program. For those who are complete beginners in Hebrew, you're required to take an additional Hebrew language course. But if you have some backgrounds in Hebrew, then you're not required to, but you can optionally take a Hebrew language course in the fall semester and in the spring semester if you want to improve your Hebrew. If you're already fluent, no need. There are scholarships available. There's a few different types of scholarships. So we have the TESOL scholarship, which is, we offer it from our program. You apply, you write an essay, you upload it to your application page of why you would like to receive the scholarship, what you want to do with your degree, why you're deserving. And we offer five of those scholarships. They're around $3,000 each. We also have, particularly for this year, the COVID-19 scholarship. It's a relief scholarship for those who are being affected by the current pandemic globally. You can see information about that on the TAU International webpage under scholarships. And there's also regional and demographic scholarships. Those are all internal scholarships, but you are more than welcome to apply for external scholarships. One such example is the MASA scholarship. And if you are, we accept MASA scholarships. So if you are a candidate for that scholarship, you can use that for our program. And you can also be in touch with, if you're making Aliyah, the Immigration and Absorption Ministry, and you can put your education benefits, which they give you money, and you can put it towards your degree here. It won't cover the entire degree, but it will cover part of it. And again, there are external scholarships that you're more than welcome to explore. And if you go to the TAU website, you will find a tab about scholarships, and you'll see everything there. Depending on where you're from, there's certain scholarships for Latin America, for Europe, for North America. You're more than welcome to look into that. And yes, does anyone, I'm going to open the floor to questions. Please ask questions. Your question probably someone else also has, so it would be really helpful for you to ask. Does anyone have questions?
Yes, I have a question.
Sure.
Okay, this is my last year in English literature and American studies, and I'm really interested in this program. But I have a question. I think it is possible to start the MA program if I finished at least 80% of the first of my BA courses. So is that possible for this program?
So you can apply. Sorry.
I'm finishing my BA degree in fall semester.
Oh, okay. So you have to have.
Is that possible?
We need to have a copy of. I don't think so. We need to have a copy of your completed BA before you we need to know that you're completing your BA before the start of our program. So you don't have to have completed it yet, but by the time our program starts in September, you would have had to have completed it.
I got it.
If you want, we can talk privately and we can see maybe you'll push it off for another year, we can be in touch, okay? And we can talk about
for sure.
the options.
Okay, I will send you a mail. Thank you.
Anybody else have questions? No? You can unmute yourself. Anybody? Okay.
Shall I give the last slide then?
Sure. This last slide has my contact information. Feel free to email me with any questions, even if I went over it in the webinar. Feel free to ask me again. I'm more than happy to help you with the application process, anything that arises technically. If you can't figure out uploading a document, just send me an email and I'm happy to respond. If you don't have any more questions, I think we'll end our webinar. Thank you all for participating.
And thank you, Sam, for joining us.
Great to see you.
Well, it was my pleasure. If you're thinking about this program, definitely consider it because it would be a great experience for you.
Bye.
Okay.
Okay,
Bye.
bye.
Bye. You'll stay for a second, Melanie. People are getting out, so we can.
Okay.
Let's just see.
Oh, but it's being recorded.
I mean, we can stop the recording. They can.
I'll ask David.
Well, there are still 3 people. The people who are here, do you have any questions? Yara, Yon, or?
No. Hi, this is Troy.
Hi, how are you? We just spoke earlier.
Yes. Thank you so much. And once again, I want to say congratulations to Melanie. I heard the good news from you. Yeah. So.
Thank you.
And thank you for Hanne too. And I really appreciate you got the answers very quickly. And yeah. I don't know what to say, but yeah, I'm very excited to see everybody here.
Okay. Hope to see you in the fall.
Yeah. Great to see you.
Yeah, really. And can I ask you something about the class?
Sure.
In the website, I saw that there will be online classes rather than the offline classes. So
okay. Sure, I'll explain.
Yeah, please.
Okay. So because of COVID-19 and restrictions that might take place or might be implemented because of the pandemic, if for whatever reason you're not able to be physically present for the summer semester, we are offering our courses both online and in person. So if you can't make it to the country because of airlines not running or other reasons that that are related to the crisis, then you can take the courses online and join our program physically when you are able. It won't affect taking our courses in the summer semester in September online will not affect your continuation of the program. You'll be able to come join us in person.
Oh wow, thank you.
No problem.
Yeah. Yeah, thank you so much. That's I think that's all I wanted to ask you. So.
Okay, great.
Great.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Have a good day, and thank you for the webinar. Yeah.
You're welcome.
You're welcome.
Nice to you. Alam, do you have anything you want to ask? No?
No.
Okay.
Okay, I mean, I can, are we stopping? Yeah.
I think so.
I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so goodbye to all. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Okay.
Okay. Oh.
Hi.
Hi. Oh, hi, Alam.
Hello.
Hi.
Ahlan from Nazareth. Sorry, I just logged in late.
It's okay.
I missed the whole thing.
Oh,
Yeah, I allowed you
Are you
until
going to
very
do
late.
another meeting?
I'm sorry, what?
Are you going to do another meeting on Zoom?
We will. Also, this meeting was recorded, so you're more than welcome to listen to the recording.
Where I can find it?
We can email it to you. We'll email it to you.
How can I find the recording?
I'm sorry, how can you find the link for the
Okay,
meeting?
so shall I write my email?
I have your email, so
What?
we'll make sure to send you the link for the
Yes.
recording, okay? Is there any
Okay.
specific question that you had?
Basically, I wanted to understand if I learn this, if I get this certificate, the MA in TESOL, what career or job this will give me? What kind of career this, other than teaching at schools?
Right. Okay. So we have alumni who are who are English teachers, but they do it in terms of coaching businesses in the private sector. We have students who work on curriculum development, administration. Yeah, here's the slide so you can see it. People continue on to PhD programs, students working in educational ed tech, educational technology. There's really so much you can do with our degree. You can work with refugee and asylum seeker populations. As I said before, some students have incorporated this degree into their undergraduate degrees in speech therapy and pathology. So really you can do so many things with it. It's not just one thing that you can do. What is your background?
Teacher.
You're a teacher, okay. So, and you're in Israel?
Yes.
Okay, great.
I mean, if you, besides the point, I mean, you will learn more things about teaching. I mean, I started out as a teacher and I did the degree while teaching, and it gave me so much just for teaching. I had a B.Ed. and then adding this on, there was so many extra things that I learned that I hadn't learned in my BA. Apart from that, you might want to move on or move over to doing other things within the educational system, such as being counselor or working for the municipality in the more administrative parts where you plan. Those are also positions that you can work towards with an MA.
Okay, so I didn't hear everything because I have a bad connection. Okay, but I will listen to the recording anyway.
Exactly. Yeah. Okay.
Thank you so much.
No problem. Bara, are you still with us? Hello? Hi. Bara? No? Okay, so I think we'll
Okay, so we'll
end the meeting now. If anybody missed it, you can see it on the recording.
Yeah, okay. Goodbye.